And we're live. This is gonna be really, really boring if nobody joins. So I am just gonna work on collars and stuff. Oh, there's one person. Wait, how can I see? I don't know how to work this live, by the way. Oh, Bison Tails, hello. Michaela Collects, hello. I'm gonna just make some bandanas and stuff while I'm waiting for more people to join, and then I'll be doing the Q&A and other stuff that I have planned to do. I'm gonna measure his neck. It's fancy. If you guys want to ask me any questions or anything, feel free to. Okay. Oh, look, this is one of my newer customs. Oh, I absolutely love him. Hello, Border Collie Productions. I think I named him Waffle. Yeah, it was Waffle. How do I do brindle coats? Okay, so I am gonna be doing a like a tutorial video. And I think that was actually one of the questions I got for the Q&A. So I am gonna do a actual tutorial video, but just explaining it in words. I start with for this one, he's a darker brindle, and he's got light brown brindle markings. So I did a black base coat, and then I used I'll show you my colors. I used these two colors. So first I did this one, and I just do random like paint strokes, okay, if that makes sense. Like just doing random dabs of the brown and little dots and stripes and stuff, and then kind of blending it together a little bit. And then I will use this one, it'll look just like a darker color. It doesn't really have to be these colors, you know. And then just kind of going over this color, I try to like add some highlights. I know it doesn't really make sense in words, which is why I'm going to be doing a tutorial, but just explaining it in words, I just do random dots and dashes of different shades of brown. There are a bunch of brindle coats, so it's like it's kind of hard to do just one tutorial, so I'll try and do one tutorial but showing you the different techniques, because here's another brindle and he looks, you know, pretty different from this brindle. Okay, and then I also saw someone asked about, I think it was Bison, asked about how I do a blue healer's coat. That one, it's a lot easier than it looks, and I do have a tutorial, but it's really bad, I'll say that. So it is a lot easier than it looks. I'm gonna actually show you this one because I have a healer custom that I need to make. Oh no, everyone's leaving. I did see someone said they would be right back. Who's still here? I can't see the comments or anything. I don't know how to see that. I don't know how to work this. Hello, Michaela. Okay, so I guess the comments just pop up whenever you comment them, and then they disappear, which is kind of stupid, in my personal opinion. Somebody's back. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do the blue healer coat, just a short little thing. I need my black paint. So, you need your paintbrush. Ew, it's crusty paint on the lid everywhere. I have to get my new bottle of black paint soon because this one's almost gone, but I want to scrape out every last drop that I can. Okay. So, for a blue healer, you want a black base coat. And I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I'm just going to paint the leg here so I can show you guys. And it's going to need to dry. So, continue working on the bandanas. Oh, yeah, I'll show you the Moody custom. Just give me 1 second. He's back here. Oh, that's where that went. I got a bunch of customs in this little cubby hole that I need to finish. Okay, here he is. Here he is. He or she. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what happened here. It got shiny. That's weird. I don't know. Sometimes that keeps happening, but I'm gonna fix that. Here he is, though. I really like this custom. I'm gonna make another one, and eventually I'm gonna make a black one because Moody's are also, they come in black. We'll just set him back there. That's still drying. It's gonna take forever. Where did that? Oh, here it is. Piece of wire for a bandana. If people do not join soon, they're all gonna miss the Q&A. That makes me sad. That's okay. I wasn't really expecting a crowd, you know. This is my first time going live. I've never gone live before except for on Instagram, and I haven't gone live on Instagram in so long. I need to do another Instagram live again. I want to go live on TikTok too, but I don't want to get flagged for not being 21. Because TikTok, I know they be flagging people that are actually 21. Like, they don't even care. They think you look underage and they'll flag you. Okay. So now we gotta cut this into the triangle because it's a bandana. I hope nobody was commenting anything because I wasn't looking at the screen. The stupid comments disappear. This is the ugliest cut I've ever done. Oh my gosh, wait. That was so, oh gosh, that was so bad. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I'm tripping. Now we have to hot glue. Hot glue, hot glue, hot glue. play. Keep that going. Guys, if you're gonna be using hot glue, you want to use it like little by little. That way it doesn't get cold on you. Ah, that's hot. Of course it's hot, stupid. This is kind of awkward doing it live. Like, nobody ever talks about how awkward it is. Because I'm basically talking to myself, but I'm not talking to myself, but I am. You know what I mean? It's awkward. Bam. Now, at this point, you have to burn right here with like a lighter. That way the edges don't frame. But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't feel like it. I'll do it later. He's so cute, little waffle. I love him. Oh my gosh. His orange bandana. Bruh, this is still freaking drying. This is crazy. It never takes as long to dry. I didn't even do a thick coat, a very thin coat. I like how somebody just left and then somebody just joined right after. I can't really see like who is joining or not, so I don't know if that was the same person. Oh, I don't know, what is this? Moderation helps everyone close. Okay, Michaela. There we go. Finally, I figured out the comments. Okay, who's all here? If you don't mind me asking. I got my Q&A questions already. Just hoping that more people, at least like, could I at least get like 5 people, y'all? No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably just gonna do the Q&A. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys some customs. Does anybody want to see some customs? Okay, so this one is actually, it's an old custom, but I fixed her up and repainted her. So now she looks 10 times better than she used to. And I really like her. She's a little corgi. She didn't used to have little spots on her nose. Hi, Shrimpy. But I added spots on her nose. Because I was like, that's actually cute. And she's so cute. I love her so much. Her name is Rain. I know it's pretty basic, but I don't care. And then this is another custom that was an old custom, but I fixed him up. So don't mind his sculpting. It's old sculpting, but I repainted him. He looks a lot better now. His name is Diggs. I love his curly tail. This is probably the best curly tail I've ever done, and I think it was like the first one I did. He's so cute. I love him. Okay, there's that guy. And then I have this guy. He's in Akita, American Akita. A brindle one, to be exact. Because you know I had to do brindle. I forgot his name. He's got chips on him. He's got a chip on his nose and on his ear. I'm sad about that. I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure he has a name. But I really like this custom. He turned out really cool. Like, this figure is supposed to be a husky. That's what it's labeled as, but it was just perfect for an Akita, in my opinion. And then I also did this Kangol custom recently. Hello, aviation helpers? Yeah. I can't read sometimes. It's Kangol custom. I'm just showing some customs right now. I'm supposed to be doing a Q&A, but I was hoping some other people would join. For anybody that's just joined. Ooh, I am right. Wonderful. I love him. I'm sorry, I just keep showing him. I really like this one. I know he's not the best. Hi, it's Taffy. You're okay. Ah! These are the ones I've already shown right now. It's this guy. These two are old customs that I touched up. And then these two are new customs. Okay, so here's another new custom. That's one of my favorites. Obviously, he's a blue healer mix. Thank you. I love this one so much. I'm gonna name him Finn. Finnegan. Because I just looked at him and that's the name that came to me. Okay. Now, this next one, y'all. Oh my gosh. I absolutely am obsessed with this next one. Look at her. Look at her. How do I make my accessories? I'm actually kind of making some right now. I'm making some bandanas. Yes, this is my first live. It's my first live on YouTube. I've done live on Instagram, but I've never done live on YouTube. If it's obvious. Yeah, but I am making some now in this video. This one is it's literally a piece of a t-shirt. It's a square of a t-shirt. Thank you. Are you talking about this one? Because she's my favorite. But yeah, I just cut a square for this one. And then fold it like that. Fold it like this. And then I toyed it on her. Wait, which side was it on? Was it on this side? Get back up there. I don't know why I keep doing the British accent. I'm sorry. I can't tie it back. Wait. Where? Can't tie it back. I can't tie it back. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You got this. Yeah, this one's really easy. It's okay, I can't tie it back on her. I'll put it back on her later. It's okay, because now you can see all of her. Yeah. The only reason I really haven't gone live is because I'm a little bit shy. Oh, we got 5 people here now. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Anyways, I'm obsessed with this custom. Her name is Hollow. She is the Mojo Fun Shepherd's body and the Schleich Snarling Wolf, or the newer 2018 or 2019 Schleich Snarling Wolf's head. And then I sculpted the ears, and I also sculpted her nose, like, to make it pointier. Oh, I'm obsessed with her. She's a healer German Shepherd mix. I know, I was really scared that no one was going to join, and I really haven't gotten too many people joining, but I'm okay with the 4 people that are here right now. Okay, I missed a couple of thingies. Wait, no, I didn't. Alright, I got 2 more customs I'm going to show, and then I'll get back to making bandanas and stuff. Or should we do the Q&A? Who wants to do the Q&A, and who wants to make bandanas? What would y'all want to do? How big does the square need to be? Okay, that's a good question. It doesn't need to be too big. If you can try and kind of measure it around the neck of the custom, like, okay, this one's kind of stretched out, but both. Yeah, we will be doing both. Don't worry. I just didn't know which one you'd want to do first. But yeah, you could kind of measure it around the neck like that. If it can reach like that, it'll probably fit. And then, fold in it and point. That would look so cute on him. I'm making him one in a bit. But yeah, so it doesn't need to be, it needs to be a little bit big, but not too big. The best thing I can say is to just try and make different sizes and see which one works best. You know what I mean? Because it's really hard to say. Like, I don't measure anything. Okay, so I'll do the Q&A. Oh wait, not the Q&A. I have to show this custom. What am I talking about? How do I fold it? Here, let me just make a new one. How about that? I know this live isn't very organized. I'm sorry. I wanted to keep it organized, but you kind of can't really do that when you're getting questions. Like, okay, so I have this t-shirt. And I'm going to make one. No, I don't want to make him in this color. I want to make him one in this color. So I have this t-shirt. I'm going to make him one. Okay. So I'm just going to cut a square. And maybe cut like a big square and then cut it down. Like, cut it smaller if you need to. You know what I mean? Okay. Sorry, my arm is in the way. Yeah. So now I have our square, and this one's kind of big, I think. Yeah, see, it's big. So to cut it, I like to fold it like so. If it will fold it in half like so, and then fold it in half again like so, and then just cut this side off a little bit. This also helps to get it more even if you cut it this way. And then cut this side off a little bit. I hope I didn't cut it too small. Okay, bam. Now we have our little square, and you're gonna make it in or put it in like a diamond shape, and then you just fold this corner to this corner. I gotta be honest, Bison, what do you mean mod? What does that mean? I'm getting old. Okay, anyways. So yeah, then you have it in a triangle shape, and then I like to roll it down one, and then tie it up there. And you just... Oh, welcome back, Border Collies. There. It's really ugly. It's too big. You get what I mean, though, right? I was just trying to show you how to fold it. Oh, like deleting comments. Okay, I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? Let me figure it out. I figured it out. Okay, sorry, I got weird. There we go. I did it, Bison. And thank you, Taffy, for explaining. Okay, I'm gonna look back at some other comments. Also, aviation, did that help you when I showed you how to fold it? I thought there was a question that I missed. Oh, there it is. What is that black and white custom in the back? It looks so cute. This one is my Moody custom. I made it and I had it up for sale, but it's been on hold for Michaela Collects. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aviation. That made me laugh. It's okay. I'm trying to explain it better. I'm not good at explaining things, so that's also probably my fault. But yeah, so this guy, it's not available for sale anymore, but I'll have more for sale at some point. I love him though. He's so cute. This one is the Safari LTD Golden Retriever. Oh, it's a knockoff of it, but still, it's this one. And I sculpted the neck and the tail and the ears. Yes. Definitely one of my faves. Okay, and then I don't think I showed this custom. This one is another one of my favorites. She's an Australian Shepherd, German Shepherd mix. And these two, they're girlfriends. Yeah, they're girlfriends. And her name is Mouse. Don't you? I love her ears too. They're so cute. I'm really happy with how her ears turned out. And her little tail, she's so cute. I love her so much. I'm obsessed with making healer German Shepherd mixes now, and Australian Shepherd German Shepherd mixes. I just think they're cool. Okay, they're cool. All right. I need to figure out what to do. Okay. I need to fix this, first of all, because it is too big. So, I'm going to try and explain this better. I need to cut it shorter first, though. So, to cut it shorter, again, folding it in half, and then turning it, and folding it in half again. Bam. Right? Okay. And then I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. Cut that side. And make sure you're cutting on the side that's open, not on this side where it's folded. Because then you will cut your bandana apart. And there we go. And now we unfold. Okay. I'm going to stretch it some. Unfold. So now we have it in a diamond shape again. A diamond shape. And then take this corner, top corner, and fold it to the bottom corner. Right? Bottom corner. And then I just like to roll it down a little bit. So just take these, put it like this, and roll it down just a little bit. You don't really have to do that. I like to do that. I feel like it makes the bandana look cute. And then again, I'm gonna just stretch it. And we're gonna tie it. This one's really hard to tie, wait. It's really hard to tie. Okay. Now I got it tied up there. You did it! Yay! You're so welcome. Love that. He's so cute. I love this custom. I was gonna sell it and I'm keeping it because I love it so much. Oh, you're welcome, Bison. I'm scrolling back through comments. Okay. So I'm actually gonna do the Q&A now. I'm gonna do the Q&A now. So, the first person, these are questions from like a year ago, some of these, or 2 years ago, because, I told everybody about this Q&A a while back, and then I just never did it. So, like, yeah. But, Randy Boar's Horse, that's the name of the account, okay. They asked what my favorite character's backstory is. And my favorite character's backstory is definitely Rice. This is Rice. He is the star of my upcoming series, which I'll be giving updates on soon. So, yeah, that's Mr. Rice. And I absolutely adore him. He's one of my favorites. This figure was gifted to me by a good friend of mine, and he's so special to me. Anyways, and then they also asked if I had any customs based on already made characters, such as movies, books, or TV shows. And, okay, I do and I don't. Wait, I do. Give me 1 second. If you can even still hear me from over here. Aha! There he is. Okay. So the first one is this one, and this is, he's a Coraline dog. Like, he's got button eyes. I really like this one. He's not really meant to be like a character in the movie, but he is just based off of the movie, like his button eyes. And then this one didn't turn out like it was supposed to, but it was supposed to be Delgado from Beverly Hills Chihuahuas. And he's got a chip right there. I don't know what happened because I don't use him, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing another one for Delgado because I don't like how that one turned out, but I really like Delgado. Okay, and then Lamp Guy Productions asked what paint I use. And the paints that I recommend is Apple Barrel. And also, where's it at? Aha. Folk Art. I'd recommend those. Oh, you're a lamp guy? That's awesome. Now you're in here while I'm answering your questions. Cool. I was hoping that I would be answering someone's questions and they'd actually be watching. Okay, what paintbrushes? I use any paintbrushes that I can find. Oh yeah, I can do that. Not that I know how to do that. There we go. Trust you guys will be good management. Of course. Ow! I just smacked the crap out of my knee. That really hurted. Anyways, I use any paintbrushes that I can get, really. I go to Walmart and I go to their art section and they usually have packs of paintbrushes and I get those, but I also get on Amazon and I'll just look up acrylic paintbrushes. And for the most part, I just use brushes like these little round brushes, or, like a flat brush. I prefer the smaller flat brushes though. Let me just grab a fresh pack of paintbrushes. These are ones that I'm currently using. This is the brand. then it just has all of these brushes in there. And then I also bought a set of detailing brushes. I don't know the brand of these, but hello, Bambi's World. Thank you so much. But this is a little teeny tiny brush that I use to do eyes and stuff. Okay, and how do I put thumbtacks onto figures? Okay, I actually haven't done this in a long time, okay? I have not. I need to find, I'll use this one. I'm just gonna use this guy and put a thumbtack through his head. Where are my thumbtacks? They're in here. Okay, get your thumbtack. Oh wait, no, I don't, what, this isn't my favorite color. What am I talking about? You know, thumbtack of your choice. And literally I just stab it through there, but you want to be careful. I want to buy one of your customs, but my parents won't let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry, I plan on selling customs for quite some time, so hopefully someday you can get one. Oh, make sure you're putting it in the spot that you want to put it in. And then just kind of push it in at like an angle. If you want to get a lighter and just heat the tip of it a little bit, you can do that to help, but you know, be very careful. And don't tell your parents I told you to do that. And also don't heat it up too much because the top of the thumbtacks are plastic, so they will melt. I'm speaking from experience, by the way. But yeah, so now he's got his thumbtack in there. Hello, it's Eclipse. Anyways, so that is how I put my thumbtacks in there. Next question was recommended figures. Figures that I recommend. Well, I'll just tell you. Don't tell your parents I told you that. That wasn't me. I deny everything. Nobody's screen recording this, right? There's kids outside my house right now. They're so noisy. Oh my gosh, my neighbors, they don't have kids, but they have grandkids that come over sometimes. And when they do, they'll be outside and they scream. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you screaming about? What are you hollering about out there? It's crazy. Go play in the woods or something. I live in the city. There's no woods. You're screen recording. Stop it. Stop it right now. Don't worry. I'm good at keeping secrets. Okay, but sorry, I was gonna say some of my favorite figures though, that I recommend is the 2007 Schlank German Shepherd. I'll get her. Where's my other one? Where's my good one? My big brother and my little sister were here yesterday and we were playing with my figures. But yeah, so I recommend this one highly. She's one of my absolute favorites. Yes, this one was always like it's always been one of my favorites. She was actually one of my first figures, so it was never really a dream figure of mine, but I love it so much. That one wasn't my first one. This is a newer one. My first one's in horrible condition. Okay, so next question. Oh wait, no, sorry. Next figure. The Mojo Fun Dalmatian, the puppy. I recommend her. She's one of my favorites. Yes, this one was a dream figure of mine, and I finally got it not too long ago, a couple years ago maybe, and I absolutely love her. I love her so much. I think I have like 3 or 4 of these. I have 3. I got one that's painted as a black lab and one that's painted as a Doberman. Makes a really cute Doberman. And then I also recommend the Safari LTD African Wild Dog and the Collect A Border Collie. Which is these guys. Oh no, everyone's leaving. That's okay. I'm just going to keep going. I'm pretty sure I can save and post the live after, right? So people could still watch it if they wanted. Anyways, I really recommend those two. They're absolutely gorgeous. So those are just some of my recommended figures. Honestly, though, I recommend any figure you can get your hands on because even if it's not good looking, you could probably customize it. That's just me, though. But my favorite color palette, that's the next question. I feel like it's a little bit obvious. I use a lot of, blacks, browns, and whites. That's mainly what I do. But that's probably just because I mostly paint cattle dogs. Okay, I've been painting so many cattle dogs lately. I'm actually really happy with that, though. I love a cattle dog. Anyways, Mr. Bear, what are you doing? You have your toy? You guys want to see Mr. Bear? Mr. Bear! Mr. Bear! Look at that big stretch! Look at that big old stretch! Oh, you're so pretty! You're so pretty, Mr. Bear! I love him. That's my Mr. Bear. Okay. But, filming tips. Hold on. Forget about that question for a second. Is the one in the background with the spots, what brand? This one? This one is the Safari LTD Golden Retriever. It's this one. But I resculpted the tail, the neck, and the ears. And I don't know how I did those ears, y'all. I blacked out when I did those ears. Those are some of the best ears I've ever done. No, literally. I feel like everybody has one dog breed that they're absolutely obsessed with. Okay, but filming tips was the next question on my Q&A list. I'm a terrible filmer. I'm honestly horrible at it. She's a menace to society. Bear is like that too. He gets on my nerves, but I love him so much. But yeah, I'm a terrible filmer. I really, I don't have too many tips, but I will say this: when I'm watching something, I don't like this. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm good. And you can just see like everything. Beck! Hello, Beck! My friend Beck is here. Look, Waffle's here, Beck. But yeah, I don't like seeing this in the film, but that's just me, So one filming tip I have is if you use your Zoom and, make them talk like this, then pause the feature and then go to the other one, unpause, make them talk, That's really the only filming tip that I have for people. That's like the only thing I can tell you. Safari Mini. Okay, next question was how do I make sets? Oh, I'm gonna do a little video on that for you guys. I'm gonna do a little video on that, so I'm not gonna answer that here. I'll do a little video that'll also help keep things not so long. Okay, my least favorite custom. Interesting. Give me a second. Hello. Oh, but you weren't telling me hello. I'm so stupid. I found it. I think. Let me make sure. Yep. Yep, this is it. Least favorite custom. I hate this thing. I absolutely hate it. I don't know what my thing is against it, but I despise this custom. Like, I have other bad customs, but this one, I hate him. I hate him so much that I'm making him the bad guy in my series. He's gonna get beat the freak up. Spoiler, sorry. Anyways, I hate him so much, though. Okay, but that's my least favorite custom. Also, the last question from Lamp Guy Productions, which we've learned is AVN, AVN helpers, or aviation helpers, not AVN, sorry. They said, what inspired my channel? I love this question. I love this question so much. What inspired my channel at first was this series. The series, I think I want to say it's called Broken Chains. I don't remember. But it was by Horsepower something. Horsepower 67. There's some kind of number. Horsepower something. But they made this series, and it was the first series I'd ever seen. And I absolutely loved it. It was about this tiger. He was a guard at this place, and there was this panther, and she escapes, and then they become like friends. I think they actually get together. I think they get together. I don't remember, but they should get together if they didn't. But yeah, I absolutely loved that series, and that really inspired my channel. After I found that series, I found Deadkins Productions through it because she voice acted in it. And then I found her channel, and I started watching all of her videos, and that made me get into customizing. And my mom let me make my first channel on her phone. Then I was able to make a channel on my phone finally, and then I've been Alaryn ever since. So that series and Deadkins were my absolute inspiration. The next questions are from, oh wait, sorry, I got a comment. Friendings today, we are escaping school and going home to make customs and do an all-nighter. Love that. So Wolf Dog Productions asked how I resculpt, and I do. There's a bunch of tutorials that I plan to do for you guys. I know I haven't really done any. It's a little bit difficult for me to film the stuff that I'm doing. Sometimes I forget to film, and then, then I have like a whole bunch of progress and nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? The bandana I made is bad, so it looks like a shirt or something. That's okay. The first one I made was bad too. Okay? The thing is, you will get better. Okay? It's called, you have to practice, you guys. You're not always going to make something on the first try. But yeah, so there are a bunch of tutorials I plan to do for you guys, though. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, aviation will be here. Bear, stop chewing up that bed. Where did you get this? Give me that. Thank you, sir. Dogs. Okay, anyways, the next question, though, was my favorite custom. And right now I have two favorite customs, which is her, Miss Mouse, and Miss Hollow. Absolute favorites. Absolute favorites. Absolutely love them. I'm completely obsessed. They're everything. They're spectacular. Anyways, I'm really obsessed with them. Crap! I meant to count them. Somebody asked how many figures I have, and I meant to count them before I did the live. That's what I forgot to do. So I don't want to count them right now. I really don't want to count them right now. But I do know that I have over 200, which sounds like I'm spoiled, but I promise I'm not. I have been collecting since I was like 12 years old, or no, younger than that actually. I've been seriously collecting since I was 12 years old though. And I've a lot of these I bought with my own money by selling customs and stuff. So yeah, I'm really proud of my progress in my collection. Having over 200 figures was always a dream of mine. So I'm really, really happy with my collection, how it is now. It does take time to grow a collection, but it is worth it, in my opinion. You know, if you think you're going to grow out of it, I wouldn't recommend getting into things like this, but I don't plan on growing out of it. I'm freaking 18 now and I'm still playing with my toys. Anyways, but so yeah, I have over 200. My dream figure. Okay, my dream figure, my absolute dream figure now is the 2003 Schleich sitting German Shepherd. The sitting one. I have the standing one and I need the sitting one. Also, the retired Schleich Dalmatian. I finally got the retired Rottweiler. I'm absolutely in love with him. No, everyone left me. That's okay, I'll just talk to myself. But I'm absolutely in love with him. But I need the Doberman, and I need the sitting German Shepherd. My favorite figure is between the 2007 and the 2008 Schleich German Shepherds. The 2008 is the sitting one, the male sitting one, and then the 2007 one is the one that's looking back, you know. If you don't know them by their ears. Okay. Bean asks how to make a realistic healer custom, which we were actually working on, and I was waiting on it to dry and then forgot about it. So whenever more people join, I will do that. And then tips and tricks on remodeling and painting. I think I might have to do a separate video for tips and tricks on modeling and painting. You know what? I am going to work today and tomorrow to get tutorials for you guys, okay? I am going to try my best to get some tutorials for you guys. I can't say how long it'll be till they get edited and uploaded, but I will make some tutorials for you guys. Somebody came back. Welcome back. But yeah. I'll move on to some of the next questions, and then I'm gonna do the healer coat. When me and my sister go to restaurants with kids play area, we run away from the... Oh my gosh, I remember being a kid and playing in the kids play area. It was so fun. And now that I think about it, that was absolutely disgusting. I don't think they ever cleaned that play area. It was probably filthy. But yeah, anyways. Next questions I have though are from Wolfpack Party 2690. And okay, I feel like this is a rhetorical question. I don't even know why I wrote this down, but they asked how I'm so good at painting and sculpting. So it is right there. Well, the only explanation is practice, but it's a little bit more than practice, because I've had people telling me, well, I paint all the time. I've been painting for 4 years or so, but I'm still not getting any good. I find that the way I got better is by pushing myself. So not only did I practice and paint almost every day, I had to push myself to get better before I actually started to get better. So at first, when I'd make a custom, it would take me less than a day. I could make a custom in like 20 minutes when I was younger. And now it takes me longer. Sometimes it takes me weeks to make a custom, because you know we get older and we get more patient. And when it comes to making art, the more patient you are, the better your art is gonna be. I feel like. Hold on, Bear, get back in here, puppy. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Hi, pretty boy. Okay, sorry, he walked out. Hello, welcome back, Aviation. But yeah, so like I was saying though, you can't just expect yourself to get better just by, you know, doing the same thing that you're always been doing. If you paint the same thing every day, then you know you can't really expect to get better at it. You kind of have to push yourself, okay? If that really makes sense, which I don't know how to make things make sense. I don't know how to talk, okay? I don't know how to talk and explain things, but hopefully that makes sense. You really just, you need to push yourself. If you don't push yourself just a little bit, then you'll never actually get better at, well, at anything, not just art, okay? At anything. This, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Push yourself, you know, and make yourself better, okay? Does it make sense? You know? I feel like I'm doing a TED Talk. Anyways, the next questions are, what does that say? Bo Thomas. I wrote this really sloppily, which my handwriting is usually sloppy, but I wrote this really fast. But anyways, Bo Thomas 7680 asked what my favorite custom was, which I did answer. That is Mouse and Hollow. I'm going downstairs to see if my dog Bambi would chase a laser. Bear chases a laser. Penny does not chase a laser. She does not care for it. My parents, you don't need more me. I want my own army. I want my You told your mom about the letter? Seriously? Seriously? You know what? I should block you. No, I'm just kidding. What if I just blocked you off the channel right now? Never see me. No, I'm just kidding. No, you can literally just make a new channel, right? Anyways. I figured you were joking. I was joking too, by the way. I'm sorry, I lost my question. Oh, what made me get into painting? I think I sort of answered that earlier. Well, I answered what made me get into my channel, but also Deadkins, she really inspired me to make customs. So not only did she help inspire my channel, but she also helped inspire my customs. Specifically her wolf collection tour. I think that was the first video I ever watched of hers, was her old wolf collection tour, and just the amount of different wolves and customs that she had. At that point, I didn't even know that all those different figures existed. From my understanding, the only figures that existed were the ones that were at Tractor Supply. I mean, I was like 9 years old, so, but then I found all these other places where I could get figures from, and I found out what paints I needed to use, and I instantly started making customs. Okay, no, not instantly. I waited till Christmas, and I asked my parents to get me a bunch of doubles and paint. And then I started painting. Once, me and my friend, when we were in grade 3 at school, we cleaned the jungle gym. Oh, cool. Sorry, I have to read things out loud sometimes, because if I read it in my head, I can't. I can't. Anyways, next question though is from Madison Theet. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that, actually. Madison, though, asked if I'm gonna be doing any more episodes of Quicksand. If you do not know what Quicksand is, it was a series that I started a couple of years ago. Go ahead and ask any questions you would like, aviation. I will get to it. what was I? Oh, yeah. So if you don't know what quicksand is, though, it was a series that I started a couple years ago, and it was a very interesting series in my opinion. I think that the thought of it was a good idea, but honestly, whenever I went to actually portray the series, I don't think that it turned out the way that I exactly wanted it to be. But that being said, I did finish the series. I did finish the last episode. However, I never edited it and I never uploaded it because whenever I filmed it, I was sick. So I wasn't able to talk very well, so I couldn't do the voices. And then I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. So, that being said, though, if I ever find and start to edit the last episode, I'll upload it and finish the series. But other than that, I don't know where the episode is. It's somewhere on my phone. I don't know where it is. So, if I can't find it, then no, the series won't be finished. If I can find it, the series will be finished. Okay, and that was actually the last Q&A question, other than how I make a realistic blue healer. So in just a minute after I answer this question from Aviation, I'll show you guys the healer since the black paint's dry now. Okay. Let me scroll. Also, I call my dog Bubby. I call mine Bubby too, and I also call him Buggers. Bugger boy. Because he bugs me. No, I'm just kidding. It's because he looks like a little bug. Okay. You can call me Camo. Camo, right? Most people do since since it was my old name. Sorry, I can't read. Okay, Camo, that works because I can't talk. I keep calling you Avian. Okay. I'm gonna go steal chocolate. So question is, how do you make your other accessories? Yes, I was gonna show those at some point. I know that the live isn't very organized. I apologize. But let me just I'm gonna show this real quick, and then I'll go through and start making some other accessories, considering that's all we really have to do since I've answered all the Q&A questions. So what you need to do is you need a dry brush. You want your brush super dry. You don't want it to be wet or damp or anything, because if it is damp, well, it's gonna have to be a little bit damp, of course, if it was already wet. But just make sure. Hello, it's Taffy. Welcome back, and go ahead and ask your question. I will answer it whenever I can. When you show me, could you tell me what? Yeah, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm gonna be using. No, there are a bunch of different brands. So there's Schleich, which was the OG brand, which is why most people just call them Schleich, because that's also just easier to just call them Schleich. But this one, he's Mojo. You see, well, you can't really see it. But on the bottom, yeah, there we go. He's Mojo Fun. This one's a knockoff brand. This one, he's a Safari LTD. And then there's like Toy Manny, there's Papo. Toy Manny is actually a relatively new brand. There's Collect A. There's some other ones too. I can't think of them all. But yeah, there's actually quite a few different brands, and there's even some like knockoff brands, where they make fakes of actual brands, like for instance, this is a fake Schleich. It's not by Schleich, but it's the same molds as the Schleich Chihuahua. Yes, the new Schleich is trash. Okay, but back to the healer. We're making a healer now. You need your white paint. So we got our black base coat, and we need our white paint. And we got our dry paintbrush. So you're gonna dip your white paint and then you're gonna brush it off like so. And you're gonna dry brush him. And it works best if the figure has good fur texture, like this one does. So you're gonna dry brush. And it depends on how light or how dark you want your healer, because there are light colored blue healers that are more white, and then there are healers that are more black. So if you want your healer to be more white, obviously you would add a bunch of white. If you want it more black, you would add less white. See, this is kind of an example of one that's more black, but I'm gonna build it up. And then build it up. And there we go. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Of course, then, you know, you need to do it on the entire custom. This, I just wanted to do a little patch for you guys. And for the legs and stuff, you know, paint it a brown color of your choice. Whatever color brown you want your legs to be. You know what I mean? This one's not a custom, because different healers have different shades of brown, but this is just how I do the ticked coat. Okay, now back to these comments. Okay, so in just a minute after I read these, I'll go over the accessories for aviation or camo. Okay, it's Taffy. On my Mercari, I have an overdue order, and I don't know how to ship it. I know it's not necessarily about Schleich, but I need to know. Oh, don't ask. If you think I can answer the question, feel free to ask, because I do use Mercari, so I do know how to work it. Basically, you're gonna need to package up your whatever it is that you're selling. Package it up, okay? You know, tape your box up or whatever you're packaging it in. You're just gonna take it to the post office. When you take it to the post office, you're gonna hand it to them and tell them that you need to scan a QR code. Then you have to go to where it says your order is overdue, click on the order, and it should have a thing that says open QR code. Click on that and it'll bring up the QR code. You show the guy or girl at the post office the QR code. They scan it. They'll print off your shipping label and you're done. That's it. That's all you have to do. They'll give you a receipt and you can go. So that's pretty simple. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want to go and see if you can see the QR code now, you can do that so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, there should be a thing that says open QR code. You click on that and it'll bring up the QR code. That's what you need to show to the post office people. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. No, Tavi, I didn't skip your question earlier. I just answered it. I promise. I'm not skipping any questions, you guys. I just am going through things as I can. Oh yeah, Bullyland and Briar. Those are other brands. Briar, mostly they have horses, but they do have some dogs too. A Moody is, never heard of it. Oh yeah, Moody, they're really pretty dogs in my opinion. Toy Mini is underrated, but they are relatively new, so I don't think they're too underrated for how new they are, you know what I mean? But I absolutely love what they're doing. All the big cats and stuff that they're making. The sitting lion, I absolutely love that. She looks like a bean when she sleeps. That's cute. I'm gonna make some accessories for my dogs right now. Awesome, awesome. I'm about to be making some accessories as well. Bambi's World. I'm going to a reptile expo at the end of this month. I gotta be honest, Taffy, I'm not really sure because I don't think that I did that whenever I started on Mercari. Then again, I think I got my mom to verify it for me. So I used my mom's ID and stuff because I was a kid when I got Mercari. I didn't have an ID or anything. So honestly, Taffy, you may just have to cancel the order unless you could get, your parent or something to help you, like use their ID to verify it, because you have to be you have to be over 18, to be selling, which is why I used my mom's information when I first started on Mercari. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, I mean, I used my own card and stuff. I needed to use her license. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not really sure there. I'm sorry. I can't be of more help. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That slays, Bambi. Okay, I sorry, Bambi, I wasn't reading your other comment, but you said you're going to a reptile expo at the end of this month, but last time you came home with a 3D printed gecko, but this time you want to come back with a real gecko. Oh, I think it would be so cool to have a gecko. But seriously, aviation, you keep trying to snitch on me. But I think it would be so cool to have a gecko. My cat, I feel like he would try and eat it. So I'm scared to have smaller animals. Like I've always wanted to have rats, but I'm really scared that my cat might try and get it. And obviously I wouldn't want to take any chances of that. We can't get animals into your house and put them in danger. That's crazy. I'm trying to find all my stuff for my collars. Okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna be making some collars now. I used to live in Florida when I was little, so I chased a gecko once. Oh, 4 years, that's crazy. The most exotic animal I ever had was a hermit crab. I used to have a guinea pig when I was a kid. I missed that guinea pig. Okay, so for these collars that I'm making, you guys, let me find an example of the collar first. This collar, right here. You need a piece of ribbon. I like to use this thin ribbon. You'll need chain. And hot glue. And you'll need jump rings. I just got this assortment of jump rings. I found this at Walmart, so if you can find something like that, that's awesome. So I'm going to be using the second smallest ones. I got 2 of those, okay? Don't mind my washing machine beeping, my dryer beeping. I'll make one for this guy. So you're going to measure it on the neck, just however long you want the ribbon part to be. And make sure that it's a little bit longer than you do want it because you're going to need excess for gluing. So now we're going to glue this down. And be careful, because hot glue is hot. It's in the name. I'm so funny. I'm hilarious. By the way, all of this stuff that I'm using, I get it at Walmart. And I'll go in there and I'll just get little by little. Like, I grabbed 1 pack of ribbon one day. The next time I go to Walmart, I'll get another color of ribbon, you know, and just slowly build up my things. As for actually the chain, I get this chain off of Temu. It's really cheap. That being said, it is like, it's not the best chain in the world, but I'm using it for dogs, little tiny figures, so I don't need it to be extra durable. I just need it to stay. A real what? What is that? I'm sorry, guys, I'm old. I'm getting old. It feels that way anyway, because I have no idea what anybody's ever talking about anymore, you guys. All these little kids, they be having, like, all these different language and crap that they be saying, and I don't know what it means. Everybody abbreviates everything, and I feel like a freaking old lady. Like, my little sister, she be talking to me. She be saying words that I've never heard of. And I'm like, is this what my parents meant when they said that my slang was stupid? My sister came back with a real gecko. It was unfair. That isn't actually, no, that's kind of sad. They got your sister a gecko? Wait, what? Well, do they have a reason that they haven't gotten you a gecko? You only have a chain. That's okay, actually, Aviation. I do have a collar that you only need. Well, you do need at least 1 jump ring. Dang it. Well, maybe you can just use your... I don't know what type of chain you have. If it's a chain where you can, like, pull apart the different thingies, then you can just use the chain. Does that make sense? Like, okay. Here's the chain that I have. And I can just make a very easy collar with it by pulling apart a segment. If I can... Here. Let's put it on her. Like this. Like this. And pull that apart. Like so. Like so. And then like so. And then push it back together. And it's just a very simple chain necklace. But it really just depends on what kind of chain you have. But yeah, like I was saying though earlier, all of this stuff though, I do just get it at Walmart. And if you can just, you know, go in there and get like little by little and build up your material. It's very slow process, but it's a way to build... That is way too big for her. But it is a way to build up your materials. Just by slowly adding on, you know, little by little. I'll put it on him. Better. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Walmart slays sometimes. And then sometimes it doesn't slay. Okay, back to this collar though. You're gonna need a tiny jump ring. So now I'm using the tiniest jump ring. And that's because this chain doesn't pull apart like this chain does. It's too thin. When I say pulling apart, I mean how like how I'm pulling apart the jump ring. That's what I mean, if that makes sense. I don't know how to talk, by the way. You know, I've probably noticed. Oh my gosh, earlier I had like 8 people on and that actually made me so happy. Wolf Spirit's here? Ah, Wolf Spirit, you are here. Fellow figure hoarders, just... Yes, I am a figure hoarder. I can't help myself. I actually have a bin that's full of figures that I've completely messed up, but I refuse to throw them away. Ah! Okay. Now we close up that. There we go. Oh, no, it's not closed, it's not closed, it's not closed. Wait. It's not closed. It's not closed. And if, you know, because right now I'm just kind of going through and doing stuff, but if you just do want a better collar tutorial, I do have them posted on my channel somewhere, because I made them for TikTok and I posted them to my YouTube. So I do have actual collar tutorials showing you all of the different collars that I make. Look at how cute he is now. He's so fancy. He looked good. Let's see if there was any questions or anything that I missed. I have 3 hamsters. One being dead. Oh, I'm sorry. But when my 2 go, I'm getting a dog. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I love a good dog. I'm gonna film something. Okay. Take customs. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Sorry. I have to pee. Nobody needed to know that, but it's true. Okay. I need to give updates on my series. So if anybody is interested in some series updates, hold on, because what the... Oh, right here. So if anybody's interested in series updates, I'm going to be giving some updates on the series. First, I'm going to take these 2 thicker jump rings and some chain. And that's all you need for this. But anyways, so my series is called Twist of Fate. It is about my character Rice. And I mentioned that it would probably be out in February, which you probably know by now. February is past quite a while ago. So right now I'm just measuring this on how long I want it to be. Can't cut it. So that being said, obviously the series isn't coming out yet. I really wanted it to be out closer to the beginning of the year, but at this point it seems it might be closer to the end of the year. I am working on it. I am slowly working on it. The thing is, I have so many different ideas in my head of how I want the series to turn out. And I'm trying my best to put them together in a way that makes it look good, if that makes sense, which it doesn't, but it does to me, so I'm sorry. So there are some scenes that I have filmed. I have filmed the first couple of scenes, but I had to film them twice because the first time I filmed them, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So now I'm redoing the sets and filming it again. And I'm trying to film it while I'm working on the sets. That way I can get a little bit more work done. But that also makes it a little bit harder on myself because then I get confused. Like what I need and what I don't need for what scene, you know? And now we have a chain. This one's pretty long, actually. I didn't want it to be this long. I don't know what happened. It's okay. It's cute. It's cute. But yeah, so there's a lot that needs to be done. And then there's also a lot that has been done. So I am making progress on the series. But it isn't at the point where I can tell you how long it's going to be until it's out. So it may be next month. It may be next month, and it may be like 3 or 4 months from now. You know, it's really hard to say when the series will be out. But just keep in mind, I am working on Twist of Fate. It's not going to be canceled or anything. This is a series that I plan to do. I know I have a very bad track record for starting and canceling series. This is not going to be one of those. This is not going to be one of those. It's not going to be like The Spread, and it's not going to be like all those other stupid series that I started. It is going to be a complete and finished series. It is going to have sequels and prequels. It is going to be multiple series that bring in together one story. Okay? That is the plan. So you can tell by all of that it is a lot. But I am working on it. We are getting it done, you guys. Okay? I am going to have this series out, and I'm going to have it finished. And I really, 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 really hope that it does well and that people like it, because this is an absolute passion project of mine. I've been working on it for like 2 years now, maybe. I don't even know. I've been figuring out the series for a while. So yeah. All that being said, it'll get out hopefully before next year. But yeah. So that's the series update. That's the series update. I know. I have a huge bad track record. Yeah, track record for making series and then just like not finishing them, or they being just really, really, really bad. But when I was a kid, I used to just try and film stuff without making a script or anything. I used to think I could just do that, but yeah, I can't do that. All right. Oh, Cowboy Festival sounds fun. Bye, Wolfie. You all should sub to my channel, for real. Go sub to Aviation's channel right now. Am I sub to you? I'll check after this, and if I'm not, I'll sub to you. I have one a gecko, but I want more. Yeah, honestly, if I had a gecko, I probably would want more as well. Show us what? Were you talking to me, Bambi? Was there something you wanted me to show you? Are you talking about the series? I don't know. I don't really have anything to show for the series right now, actually. I do have the trailer. The trailer of the series. Not the trailer. Stupid. How can you have the trailer if you don't even have the freaking series done? I have the intro of the series. I don't have another device with me, actually. Which is why I'm gonna have to do it after I get off the live. Because my fiance has his tablet, and I don't have a tablet. Well, I do, but it's like thousands of years old. No, it's just really old, and I don't even think it works anymore. But I want to get an iPad. Then I could do lives on my iPad and have my phone. That would be cool. Anyways, I'm sorry. I just started rambling for no reason. I think I got everything pretty much covered. Yeah, I showed my newest customs. I gave the updates on the series just now. Did the questions. And we made some collars. We made one collar. And we made one bandana. And we made one chain. It's okay. Essa's emotional support stuffed animal. Yes, what is your question? I was kind of hoping that I would have my room cleaned up so that I could do like a little room tour, but I don't have it cleaned up. Some of my art. You want to see some of my art? Not customs, right? Because you've already seen those. I do have a few canvas paintings I can show you. A bunch of my canvas paintings are unfinished though, because I will just start them and not finish them. But I can also show you guys some of my sketchbooks. Do you guys want to see some of my sketchbooks? Here's one of my favorite sketchbooks. Okay. First, I have a drawing on the cover that I did. And this is one of my human characters I made. His name is Todd. And then this is, I think her name is Jade. It's in here. So yeah, Jade. Her name is Jade. And I know it looks like they're together, but they're not. She likes him, and he wants nothing to do with her. This is some crap my sisters wrote in there. Todd and Jade. And there's Jade. Oh! Let me clear this area some more. There we go. There's Jade. Oh, that's... Oh, wait, no. My fiance drew this. This was... I don't like this one. She's supposed to be Todd's mom, but I did her... There she is. This is a better one of her. And then that's Todd's dad. Grace and Randall. There's another little thing I did. Oh, here's Todd and his Beauceron Sprinkle. There's Sprinkle. There's Sprinkle again. Sprinkle and Todd. This is when he adopted him. That's Delilah. She was just a random character I did. But she's actually going to be Sprinkle's girlfriend. Or like love interest or whatever. This is a drawing I did of Sprinkle and his litter mates. This one is Sprinkle. And then these are two of his brothers. This is a drawing I did of my fiance. And you can tell I'm obsessed with the Rick and Morty style. I actually didn't used to like Rick and Morty, you guys, but my fiance made me watch it, like actually watch all of it, because I never watched all of it before. I just watched a couple of episodes. And if you watch all of it, it's really good. If you watch just a couple of episodes, it's going to be stupid, because then you don't understand any of it. This is an elf girl I did. I don't really like her. Here's Todd in front of his house with Sprinkle, and I thought this was funny, but it's not that funny. It says unwelcome mat on the welcome mat. This is like a drawing I did of the inside of his house. So this is his living room, but I never finished it. And this was supposed to be like his, these are just like reference sketches I did. This is a random character I did. I just named him Carlos. This is Dana. She's Todd's sister. This is one of his brothers, Tad. And then there's Jade again. I didn't draw that. My friend drew that in school. These are some sketches I was doing because my sister, she wanted me to draw her and her boyfriend and their dog as Bluey characters. So I had to draw them up here so I could get them right on the canvas. And then Lily is their dog, and she's supposed to be like their baby because since they're dogs as Bluey characters, you know? And then that one's me, and that one's supposed to be my sister. That one's supposed to be her boyfriend. And of course, I did Bluey. What is that? This is Tad. He's Todd's brother. He's supposed to have 2 D's in his name. Why did I only put 1? Okay, this is my character Alaryn, my OC. Oh, here we go. This is a favorite of mine. This is Todd and his family. Well, not his parents, but his siblings. So there's Todd in the background. He's staring at a picture of Sprinkle on his phone because he's obsessed with Sprinkle. This is his oldest brother, Nick. And then this is Tad. And Todd and Tad, they're not twins. I know their names sound the same, but they're not twins. They are just extremely close in birth date. So it's like they're like a year apart. And I'm pretty sure Todd is the middle one. Yeah, it's Nick, then Tad, then Todd. And then Jed, and then Dana is the youngest. So Jed, and then there's Dana. And I love them. And Jed is like, he's like the bad kid. Not bad. He's troubled. You know what I mean? He's troubled. And then Nick, he's just like the casual older brother, you know? The one that will just always be there for you. And Dana, she's kind of like shy and awkward. And then you got Tad, he's like a showboat, you know? Like, he's always trying to show off, you know? He's a little Richie Rich, and, you know, he just always has to have the next big thing, right? And then you got Todd, who is just the exact opposite of all of them. He just kind of is here, okay? He's the main character. There's another one I did of Jed. It's kind of bad because I drew it in the car. This is Jasper, just a random character. Wow, there's people still actually watching this. That's crazy. Rick, I did Rick Sanchez. That's a really bad drawing of him, though, okay? I'm aware. This is just a random character named Marla. And then this I did of my mom's dog, Bart. His name is Bart Thomas. Was it in 10? I have an iPad, but I spend my money on it. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit confused. I don't know what you mean. My phone's about to freaking die, you guys. I gotta put it on the charger. Oh my goodness, hold on. Please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, please don't die. Wow, I've been live for a while. Anyways, yeah. I don't actually really draw all that much in it anymore, and I don't really do canvas paintings because I mostly did all my drawing in school. Like, these are all drawings I did in school. And then when it comes to canvases, I let them sit forever and I never finish them. But I am also trying to get better at actual, like, you know, painting on canvases and stuff like that. I mean, for the most part, I do cartoons, but that's still art, okay? Anyways, here's the one I did of Rick and Morty, because I love Rick and Morty, especially Rick, my man. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. And here's a reference sheet for Todd. Just, you know, his little booty. I don't know why I drew him down there like that. There's one of his shoes for some reason. The reason that the sketchbook won't open correctly is because I was supposed to use this side, but I used this side. I've used it backwards and upside down. No, because same. I absolutely loved Deadkins when I was a kid, and I miss her channel. But she is taking herself a well-deserved you know, break, hiatus, whatever you want to call it. That character doesn't have a name. It's just like a random dude. But I'm really surprised at how cute he is. He's so cute. Look at him. I love him. I love this one too. It's very cute. Ooh, this is Christina and her daughter Avery. Christmas Rick. Horrible, horrible drawings. I was trying to use markers. I was supposed to be drawing Tad, and I never finished it. It's my attempt at using markers. And, oh, these are all of, Todd, his siblings. These are all of their pets. So, you know, Sprinkle belongs to Todd. This is Lawrence Floyd. He's a blue heeler, and he belongs to Tad. This is Chief. He's a Malinois German Shepherd mix, and he belongs to Jed. This is Tia. She's a little pug, and she belongs to Dana. And then this one is Doe and Biscuit, and they're little Labrador Retriever mixes, Lab and Golden Retriever mixes. And they belong to Nick, who's the oldest brother. He gets the little babies. And because the reason that he has 2 dogs is because they're siblings, so they couldn't be separated. This was a drawing I was doing with him, and he was supposed to be petting the other one. This one's Doe, and then this one's Biscuit, but I never finished it. He looks high as a kite. I don't know what this is. I was trying something new with the hair, and yeah, I started watching the show called Bee and Puppy Cat, but I never finished it. But the girl, her hair, I was trying to do something. Okay. This is one I did of all of my family's dogs and my dog. So there's Penny. And then there's Allie, who is my little sister's dog. There's Bar Thomas, my mom's dog. That is Danny. He was my brother's dog, but we don't have him anymore. I know it really, really sucks, but we rehomed him whenever we moved. That was not my decision. If it was up to me, we would never have rehomed him, because I don't really believe in rehoming dogs unless there's an absolute excuse, you know, but there's not really too many cases where there is a good excuse. But yeah, it is really sad we had to rehome Danny, but we did. But yeah, this is Danny. He was my brother's dog. And then this is Gunner, who was my parents' dog, but he's kind of like my brother's dog now because he follows my brother everywhere. He's really, whenever I lived there, he was whoever needed a dog's dog, okay? Gunner was such a good boy. Like, he's there when you need him to be. Before I had my Penny, he was my dog, and he would follow me everywhere, you know, after Zonic died. And then, you know, like, I have Penny and stuff. Wait, no. Not after Zonic died, because I had Penny when Zonic died. It was before I got Penny. What dog was it? I had a dog named Lucky. He passed. Yeah. And then Gunner, he would just follow me everywhere after that. He's there for when you need him. He's a good boy. Anyways, and then there's Sadie, who is my dad's dog. Jeez, we're not at the end yet. We're almost at the end. I don't know what the freak that is. I don't know what that is either. I dang sure don't know what that is. Milk. What? Okay, an unfinished heart. Oh, my friend drew this. She was such a good drawer. Anyways, that is all of this sketchbook. That's my favorite sketchbook. So the rest of are kind of trash. But if you will wait right here, I see there's 3 of you, and you better not go anywhere. I'll be right back to get some of my paintings. I'm back. Aha! There's still 3 of you here. I love you guys. Platonically, jeez. I'm sorry, I'm being funny. I'm not funny, but I try to be funny. Here's a painting I did of Rick. It's kind of messing up. I don't know. Whenever I moved, I had to package them up in a box, and I didn't have anything to wrap them with. So all my paintings got kind of messed up. But I really like this one. It's just a sign. Wubba lubba dub dub. If you don't watch Rick and Morty, you don't know what that means. But if you watch Rick and Morty, you know what that means. This is one I did of Alaryn. He's so cute. Here's one I did of me and my fiance. Got his name up. Well, it's not even his real name. That's just his nickname, but it's what we all call him. But I'm not going to show his name, so. Anyways, and then this is a ghost I did. His name is Patrice. I don't know why, but his name is Patrice. He's my little ghost friend. Here's another ghost one I did, but it's also a mushroom painting. I love, love, love this one. I'm sorry, I burped, excuse me. Don't tell anyone, but I recorded one of my teachers because she was rude. But once we sang the national... What? I hate when teachers are rude. Because it's like, what are you being rude for? This is the job you chose. But then this one I did of Alaryn. I did this one a while back, so it's kind of old. But I was trying to do like a splash painting. I don't know. It's really old. This one! Do you recognize him? Do you recognize him from the sketchbook? Do you? Because if you saw in the sketchbook, you should recognize him. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay if you don't recognize him. This is Lawrence Floyd. He's my character Tad's dog. He's let me find his picture again. I'll show you. See? Look at him! Lawrence Floyd! I love Lawrence Floyd. He's one of my favorites. Probably because he's a cattle dog. And here's one I did of Todd. I'm obsessed with Todd. I like the concept I did here, but I don't like how this one turned out. It's supposed to be Rick. He's supposed to be like melting. I like it, but I don't like it. I want to redo it one day. Okay, and then I have these. These are really old, so they're scratched up. But this is a character of mine that I used to have as a Slake, but I don't have it anymore because my stupid self repainted it. His name was Thomas, and he's supposed to be a Coraline dog. And then this one, if you've been in the live this whole time, then you might recognize him. My other Coraline dog, it's Freddy. His name's Freddy. I really wish I could have incorporated his stitched mouth onto the custom, but I'm not sure how I would even do that. And I should have gave him a stitched mouth. That would have been cooler. But it's okay. But yeah, so those are my 2 Coraline dog characters. Yeah, I really like them a lot. And I want to touch up these paintings at some point. I love this. I love this so much. It's so cute. I know he doesn't actually have hair, but if he did have hair, it would have been this color. I have one more I can show you. It's over here. And this is one that I did of Sprinkle. And it's ugly. I never actually finished it, but yeah. So those are just some of my paintings. I don't really have a lot, but yeah. Paintings. I do think I'm actually going to end the live here in a little bit. So if anybody has anything else they want to see or anything, please go ahead and let me know. I have some stuff I need to do around my house, unfortunately. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Make a muzzle. Huh. I kind of want to make a muzzle. That would be cool. I don't know how I would do it, though. All right, aviation, I will see you. So no other questions or anything before I end the live, you guys. Just making sure. Ooh. Look at these guys. I need to finish them, but look at these guys. Lion custom. And this lion custom. Lioness custom. Absolutely love them. Alrighty. I am going to end the live here, you guys. Thank you so much to everybody that joined. I had a great time, my first YouTube live. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope I was able to answer some questions for you guys. And keep a lookout for some tutorial videos because I am going to try my best to do some tutorial videos for you guys. So just again, thank you so much for joining this live, and I will see you in my next video or my next live.